Yes, I am now not muted, right? I am ready. Sure. So do you have an idea of how many are attending? Do you have how many attending? So I can share my screen now. We start now. Share my screen, of course, right? My screen share now. Okay, so thank you all for coming. Webinar, which will be on a few things for high school, directed for high school students. It is entitled "The University of Sharjah: Your Bridge to a Brighter Future." Before I start with the presentation, I just wanted to take a few minutes or actually a few seconds to introduce myself. I am Dr. Hussein Al-Mahdi. I am the Dean of Academic Support Services at the University of Sharjah. And I am here with you today to talk to you about opportunities within the University of Sharjah, and more importantly, how to select from the programs available, or the colleges and the academic programs available at the University of Sharjah. How do I? Okay, so sorry for the delay. So in this presentation, it will be divided into two parts. In the first part, I would like to discuss with you a few things, especially the second part here, where we'll be talking about selecting how do students coming out from high school, how do you select your program of study? And then after that, I will be going over what does the University of Sharjah provides you in terms of programs, not even only programs, but beyond the academic programs that should attract you to the University of Sharjah. Its campus, its environment, the experience students have within the University of Sharjah. And at the end, I will be opening the floor for discussion, questions, especially questions related to the programs and the facilities and the services and the type of activities available at the University of Sharjah. So to start with, I think every one of you now is excited, especially now starting the exams. You are all excited about graduating from high school, finishing your high school degree, and getting ready to start university. University is always the university life or college life, sometimes they call it. It's one of the most exciting phases of any adult life. It is the time when a student becomes independent, will become, go from somewhere where, your parents are looking for you, guiding you to a phase where you're doing everything yourself. And this is something that you depend on yourself, not only in your studies, but also to shape your future, or to think about your future and decide on what to do next. So the first thing that obviously when you finish your graduation and your celebrations, the first thing you're faced with is the question, where should I go? What should I apply to? Not only the discipline, but also, alhamdulillah, in the United Arab Emirates, where we have a whole host of universities, institutions to choose from. So you're faced with a dilemma of which university should I go to, and also which discipline or which program should I sign up for. And as you can see, the variety, there are a lot of varieties, you know, they vary from arts and humanities to medicine, to engineering, to sciences, to now very important and very unique programs such as computing and informatics and other disciplines in health sciences. So the good thing that you're not alone. Everybody or every student that gets into this phase after graduating from high school, you get to this point where you need to decide. You need to decide on what discipline or what university and so forth. So this is something that everybody encounters and everybody has to go, or in my case and my other colleagues' case, they had to go through long time ago. All right. So it is the most important thing, and this is said many, many times, is that it is very important to make the right decision. You need to make an educated and realistic decision, meaning that when you select a program, you have to really select it for a purpose, for a reason. Maybe your interest, as we will see in a few minutes, maybe because of the job market, maybe because there are a whole host of reasons that you can select your program based on. But the most important thing, your decision has to be educated and something that is realistic. So you do not just select because my friend went into engineering, or my friend went into health sciences, or my cousin or my dad was a successful lawyer or something like that. So you really have to think about your decision, something that suits you. And remember, when you're going from high school to university, this is a very, very important phase that I talked about. And ask anybody who graduated already, they will tell you that college years, the 4 or 5, 6 college years they spent at the university are the best in their life. Simply because, as I said earlier at the beginning, it just transforms you from somebody who is dependent on their parents to somebody who is really independent and making your own decision as a young adult and later on as in your professional career. I say this all the time, and this is really true. University, you should think of a university or post-secondary institution in general, is really a bridge that takes you from to. That takes you from, for example, the University of Sharjah will takes you from a student studying in any discipline, basic sciences, applied physics, astronomy, law, what have you. And it transforms you over this bridge. So it takes you through this bridge into professional life. So really what you're doing, you're going from a student into somebody, let's say a doctor, an engineer, an astronaut, a lawyer, and a computer scientist and so forth. So this is something that's how we should think of the university. And this bridge has to be a solid, well-founded bridge. So the question is, how do I select my program of study? Now, there are things or ways which are, what I call them textbook definitions by which you select your program. And one of them is skills, based on your skills. What do you see yourself, you have the skills for? For example, identify your strength. Are you an analytical guy? Are you a guy who likes, maths and physics and, analyzing? So that could be something like engineering. If you're somebody who is, like descriptive sciences, memorization, you read a lot, or you're interested in, health aspects. So you really have to look at the skills that you perfect or you are good at. What's your personality? Is your personality, are you the shy person? Are you a handy person? So let's say, for example, if you're a very shy person, you will really look for a job or a career that, you do not have to do a lot of talking, a lot of presentations, and a lot of, something like, office type of job. Interest, this is very important. What interests you? Are you interested in, for example, in engineering? Are you interested in applied sciences, for example, physics, chemistry? Are you interested in law, so forth? So it's really, you have to have that interest, and that interest will help you succeed. Principles. Some people, they just think about what do they think of education? I feel that I have to get my education so that I benefit my country, so that I contribute to society, so that I pay back. And this is something that is very, very important. Attraction to profession. So some people will just say, as we'll see later in one of the videos I'm going to show you, some people will just say, physics, or so let's say medicine is me, or engineering is what I see myself excelling in, and that is it. So that's something that you really have to do. So these are the principles by which people or students should select the program or study, or they select the program they wanted to go to, or the college they wanted to go to, and so forth. One of the things that really is important nowadays is selecting. There are some of the jobs that are available, selecting programs based on the unique job markets, unique jobs available in the market nowadays. For example, some of the really important or new jobs in the market, for example, programming, cybersecurity, renewable energy, space law, financial planning, personal advising, marketing. As I said a minute ago, information, computing and informatics, analytics. All of these jobs are new jobs where, they are new in the market, and some students would like to select their program of study based on these new jobs, so that they see themselves, or they guarantee themselves a job in the market. Now, there are other tips which I asked in the presentation, is available for all of you. So there are other tips by which you can select your program of study based on the different programs in every discipline. You have to know or identify the main disciplines that fits your skills. As we said earlier, check the employability. And most important point is that you have to give yourself enough time to think about which discipline should I go to. There are 5 points are mentioned all the time on selecting a program of study. One, that you have to identify what do you want to be after graduation. And this goes along with what I just said a few minutes ago. Identify your interests or ambitions. Ignore others' influence. This is very important. Some people will say, well, I went to fine arts because my friend went into fine arts, or because somebody told me that fine arts is good, or my dad wants me to be a doctor, or my mother wants me to be a lawyer. So you really have to ignore this influence and make sure that you make the decision yourself. And there is nothing wrong with getting advice from others, especially your parents. But you do not want that advice to influence your decision on the expense of other, especially your interests and your skills. And you don't want to go to a program where you do not excel in. Cross or eliminate the disciplines or program that you do not like at all. So, for example, say, I'm not very good at law, and something like you know that you're not good at. And you always like to look at most common versus unique. So if you're selecting a program, sometimes you say, okay, no, I want to go into a unique program that is, not too many people are there and the jobs are there, available there and so forth. Or sometimes you say, no, I want it to be a civil engineer because civil engineering is very well established, and or electrical engineer or something that is very common job, and I'll be able to get, at least there are many established jobs there. The most important thing that, as you can see at the bottom here, is the balance between, your interest, the opportunities, and your capabilities or skills. It's very important to balance between these 3. You must balance between what you like, what the job opportunities, and also your skills to execute or to do or to be successful at. Impact of doing or making the wrong choice, of course, difficulty in finding a job. If you do not, if you make a wrong choice, then you'll not be able to find a job. You will struggle in your academic program. And also at the end, who suffers is the negative impact on society, which will not benefit from you. Some tips, very quick tips. People sometimes when they are confused about which program to go to, so they go into a common program and then later on they transfer to another program after they get acquainted, after they get to know a lot about the program. Sometimes you start with the general courses. Select a multidisciplinary program. For example, I go to engineering, I have 6 or 7 choices to choose from. I go to applied sciences and I have 4 or 5 to choose from. Or go to health sciences where I have 8 selections to go from. And also, as I said before, select new programs. Now, I will invite you to look at this video. This is a video that was taken at the University of Sharjah. And basically, it asks students how did you select your program of study, and are you happy with it or not? So I'll leave you with the video 4 minutes, and I'll come back after the video and I'll share with you some more thoughts.
تخصص الهندسة المدنية. أول ما كان تخصصي هندسة مدنية، كان هندسة معمارية. أنا مهندس كهرباء أو كنت هندسة كهرباء. حولت مدني، ما هو أقرب شيء للمعماري وما حخسر كتير كورسز. فالحمد لله طلع خيار الصح بعد الاستخارة. وفي 5 تخصصات سويت السينيور تبعي فيهم، واحد منهم هو ترانسبورتيشن، كان الحمد لله ناجح. وهلا بسوي تدريبي بالستركتشر والحمد لله طلع ممتع أكثر. بس كملت هندسة صناعية لأنه بصراحة أنا لما كنت هندسة كهرباء للأسف ما قدرت إني أمشي فيه، لأنه أصلا أهلي أقنعوني إني أدخل هندسة الكهرباء وأنا ما كنت ماشي في التخصص منيح لأني رسبت أكثر في المادة، فعشان هيك اخترت إني أحول هندسة صناعية لأنها يعني تخصص فيه مجال أكثر وأسهل، والحمد لله يعني قدرت أمشي في الهندسة الصناعية وأموري ماشية تمام وحتخرج إن شاء الله. عادة في المنطقة العربية يختار الطلبة تخصصاتهم في الدراسة الجامعية بناء على الواجهة الاجتماعية، بريق اسم التخصص في المجتمع أو رغبة الأهل. أهلي كانوا يعني يقترحوا علي تخصصات، بس كنت ناوي أدرس هندسة معمارية، بس بابا اقترح علي هذا التخصص. قرأت عنه، شفت عن شو بيحكي، صراحة ما كنت أعرف ولو لبابا. بدرس الهندسة المعمارية بجامعة الشارقة. التخصص هذا اخترته بسبب أنه الظروف أجبرتني عليه. بالنسبة للطلبة والطالبات اللي التحقوا بجامعة الشارقة، بالنسبة لرغباتهم لما يختاروا التخصصات، احنا لما يتواصلوا مع إدارة القبول في استمارة يملوها واللي هي فيها رغباتهم. كان بدي تخصص الطب البشري بجامعة الشارقة، بس كانت الأقساط كثير عالية، فاضطريت أني أحاول أفوت هذا التخصص لأنه قريب من مجالات الأهل. عم بدرس Architectural Engineering بجامعة الشارقة، واقتصد أو فتت بهالتخصص بمساعدة أهلي أكيد. تخصص الهندسة المدنية السنة الرابعة. طبعا اختياري لهذا التخصص كان بسبب ميولي للعمل الميداني. تخصص الهندسة المدنية صراحة يعني هو كان بداية بتوجيه من والدي، يعني هو اللي يعني حكى لي انه التخصص الهندسه المدنيه انه يكون تخصص عملي اكثر، ميداني اكثر، لانه انا طبيعتي بعيدا عن الكمبيوتر والتكنولوجيا او انه الجلوس، يعني احب انه يكون الشيء ميداني اكثر. طالب في كليه هندسه طاقه المجزره والتجديدات في جامعه الشارقه. اهلي اقترحوا علي الدخول في كليه الطب بسبب معدلي العالي الحمد لله، ولكن أنا اخترت رغبتي الخاصة وهي كلية الهندسة بسبب حبي لمادة الفيزياء والرياضيات. ينبغي أن يتم التفاهم بين الأسرة والطالب وأي طرف آخر على نوعية التخصص الذي سوف يختار الطالب في دراسته الجامعية بناء على اعتبارات واقعية. I'm studying Architectural Engineering in the M8 department. So my story started off me wanting to go for architecture to let out my creative side of me and use my imaginations. But for my parents, basically my mother, she wanted me to study medicine and that was her goal for me.
After so many negotiations and discussions, I convinced my mom that architecture is best for me, and that is the point in my life where I'm gonna be successful and work for myself.
كلية صيدلة من جامعة الشارقة. أنا اخترت التخصص ده علشان أنا نفسي أشتغل في المستشفى وخصوصا العناية المركزة، يعني عايزة أشتغل هناك.
I'm a year 3 medical student and I chose medicine because I can't see myself doing anything else.
طالبة هندسة كمبيوتر ماجستير، خلصت بكالوريوس هندسة كمبيوتر. اختياري لهذا المجال هو لأنه من أكثر المجالات المفتوحة والمتنوعة في سوق العمل.
من وجهة نظري أن التخصص العلمي أو الأدبي للطالب في المرحلة الجامعية المفروض يكون من خلال قرار ذاتي نابع من محبته للتخصص اللي حاب هو يشتغل فيها مستقبلا في بيئة العمل أو سوق العمل، ولكن الموضوع لا يمنع أنه ياخذ مشورة الأهل أو الأقرباء اللي ممكن يفيدونه بالتخصصات المناسبة لشخصيته ومهاراته، وأيضا بما هو مناسب مستقبلا لسوق العمل.
Okay. All right. I think I'm back, right? I think we saw quite a variety of reasons why students select and how they were able to sometimes fix the wrong selections, because some of them, as you saw, they were selecting because of their parents, and they were able to change or at least fix the wrong choices, let's say, if we learn. So if we review what students did or said in the video, you see that most of the ideas that the students mentioned, that, for example, this student here said that, well, الهندسة الصناعية or the industrial engineering was easy and he's doing very well. Somebody said my dad suggested the discipline or the program they selected for. Another person said that I am inclined to go into a program that is, it has sort of field work, civil engineering. That's the student that's here. أهلي اقترحوا علي الطب ولكن اخترت الفيزياء النووية لحب الرياضيات. His parents advised him to go to medicine, but he selected the nuclear engineering because he likes physics and mathematics. And I like this one. Student said, I cannot see myself doing anything else but medicine. So this is something that from the beginning, I want medicine, and she likes it because she's really good at it and she is really interested in it. Now, this student here said that I transferred from الهندسة المعمارية للهندسة الصناعية للهندسة المدنية. So he had the choice. In fact, this is available at the University of Sharjah, where you can actually transfer from one program to another. And another person selected the program because it is close to his dad's business. His dad works in some company and he wants him to be here. Another one is a student said that I can only see myself working in the hospital somehow, be it pharmacy, be it in the health care business. Another person said that she selected the program because of سوق العمل, because of the job market and my creative side. The most important thing that what Professor Isam Ajami mentioned, one of the professors that he was talking, is that in our culture, in the Arabic culture in general, we usually select because of one of three things. Either because of the what he called بريق التخصص, something that something about the discipline, for especially medicine, dentistry, law. This is just people think that this is something الوجاهة الاجتماعية, and also رغبة الأهل. رغبة الأهل is that parents desire or inclination. So as I said, I mean, all of these ideas are exactly in line with what I suggest, or what I presented at the beginning, which is really what is mentioned in textbooks and research. So let's now move into what is the University of Sharjah offers you as a recent graduate, as a high school graduate. What does it offer you? Remember, the University of Sharjah is the president, who is His Highness Sheikh Dr. Sultan bin Muhammad Al-Qasimi, Hafidhahullah wa Ra'ah. His vision is manifested in this statement here, where it says that the youth are actually the pillar of the society progress. And when we say we at the University of Sharjah, and of course to him, His Highness being the ruler, must give our youth an opportunity to learn and make sure that they get the required skills so that they are successful, and also they contribute to society. So this is basically something what the University of Sharjah stands for. University of Sharjah gives youth the opportunity to build their skills, to make sure they get the right education, or the needed education, so that they go to the future. And as we said, University of Sharjah is your bridge to the future. It is really a solid bridge that takes you from high school to your professional career, be it in professional as working in some establishment or some organization, or carrying on your career, graduate studies and so forth. So let's see what the University of Sharjah offers you. The University of Sharjah is considered to be the comprehensive university in the region, not only in the United Arab Emirates only, but in the region, where we have, first of all, we have not only the main campus in the city of Sharjah, but also we have other campuses in Kalba, Khorfakkan, Addaid, and also in Maliha. So we have campuses across the Emirate, and we have disciplines that cover basically everything you want: engineering, sciences, humanities, fine arts, medical sciences, dentistry, pharmacy, everything, basic sciences, communication, all disciplines that you're looking for. Language center, everything you look for is available at the University of Sharjah. Business administration, and not only in the undergrad level, but also it provides you, if you wanted to continue after you finish undergraduate degree, there is also the opportunity to finish your postgraduate studies here. So it is really the comprehensive university in the region, not, as I said, not only in the country, but also in the region. And some statistics we have, the University of Sharjah has about 15,000 students distributed across all disciplines and colleges and departments. And also we have, on average, we have about 2,500 graduates every year. And we have an overall average, our students, very good average, about 36% of our students, 40% now of our students, they are academically distinguished. And we have about 100 nationalities, so it's the university that study from all over the world. It is really, truly a diverse international universities where civilizations meet from all around the world. The number of graduate programs is now about 100 programs. Now, this was a little bit old from last year. And so it is really a truly comprehensive university. Now, for you as a graduate, a recent graduate from high school, the university offers you this application that you can download from any mobile, from the App Store or from Android. It's called iBecome. And what this application gives you, it gives you sort of a set of questions that you answer. And based on the answer, the program, which is a standardized program, the program will give you what are you good in? Are you good in, let's say, to be in engineering? Are you good in sciences? Are you good in, based on your skills and based on the answers, health sciences, maybe law, maybe communication, maybe business administration, and so, or maybe computing and informatics, which I've seen now so far three or four messages in the chat asking about computing and informatics, cybersecurity, space law, and so forth. So this, I encourage every one of you to go download this app, answer the questions, and see what this app tells you your most important skills are. So with that, I will conclude now, and I will open the floor for questions. And please don't be shy. I see your questions here. And I will start, if there are no questions from the audience, I will just start from the chat over here. So I have somebody is asking for the presentation in Arabic. I think I will take that to the organizers, and definitely أنا أتكلم عربي عادي ما عندي شيء مشكلة، بس طلبوا مني نقول المحاضرة باللغة الإنجليزية، لكن مستعد استعداد تام لإلقاء المحاضرة مرة أخرى باللغة العربية. This I think I'll take it to the organizers, and I'll be very happy to do that. Somebody else, Shahad, is asking about cyber security. Yes, indeed, there is a cyber security discipline or program or the University of Sharjah. It's in the new College of Computing and Informatics. Please apply there, and they will be very happy to. The colleges, this is in its second year. So that's, do you know how to get scholarships? Scholarships, I think there will be a discussion tomorrow on scholarships in this open house. But scholarships, the University of Sharjah offers distinguished scholarships for students coming from high school with grades, in the 90 and above, 90% and above. There are some rules and regulations that you have to check with the admissions department on that. So yes, we do give discounts, not scholarships, but discounts for the first semester. And after the first semester, we also have scholarships, of course, from D1, from DIWA, from SIWA. These you have to apply for them. And now we have in the admissions department in the first floor, and I'm sure there will be information available on this, where we have the D1. They have their scholarship office is actually located in the University of Sharjah. So you can go there, and somebody will assist you to apply for the D1 scholarship. Okay, thank you for your time. It was very nice. Thank you very much. Are there any scholarships? I answered that. Thank you for providing this information. Thank you very much. You're more than welcome. What about getting the scholarships? This is, I think, 3 questions about the scholarships. So as I said, I mean, the University of Sharjah, and yeah, I forgot. After you start in the University of Sharjah, we have what we call the academic distinction scholarships. This means that if a student maintains a very high GPA, 3.6 and above, then there are some academic discounts. And this is different from one program to another. But if you are excelling in your program of study and you're doing very well, the university also offers discounts, not scholarships, but academic discounts. Again, what else here? Okay, large variety of programs. We talked about that. Are there any questions? Are there any questions from the audience? Direct questions or? Okay, the app. Somebody is asking about the iBecome app. It's available on the main. It's available on Android and the App Store. You can download it from there, and you can answer the questions, and it will give you good feedback on your skills and your large. Okay, somebody is asking, okay, why do you medicine program year 1 foundation year? Okay, now the medicine, and somebody is asking about the medicine program and the dentistry program. These are very highly competitive programs where, yes, we do have students, first of all, start with the foundation year. And after they finish the foundation year, they qualify for the based on competitive or their grades, they qualify to enter either medicine or dentistry. This is the University of Sharjah. University of Sharjah is one of the top quality universities in the region. Our graduates are, alhamdulillah, all over the world, successful all over the world, doctors, PhD holders, MSc holders, and simply because of the high quality of the university, programs of the university. All our programs at the University of Sharjah are fully accredited programs, not only from the Ministry of Education, but also we have international accreditation. All our engineering and most of our engineering programs, most of our science programs are ABET accredited. So that's something that we are very proud of. Other programs are accredited by various international organizations and accreditation bodies. So every program at the University of Sharjah or the University of Sharjah offers is fully accredited. So it's 100% accredited and it's accepted worldwide. So that's and the University of Sharjah is really now, as I mentioned in my I think introduction, is now one of the top universities in the UAE between 1 and 2, and ranked number 1, sorry, 2 and 3. And in the world, it's also among the top universities around the world. Our degrees are accepted anywhere in the world, and this is something that we are very proud of in the University of Sharjah. Okay, let me just check. Can students study? Can students study? Please. Yeah, Aisha is. Okay, now, Aisha Bukhatar is here with us, and she's, if you look at the chat, she's giving you the link for the admission department information about the scholarships and also about the IBCOM. Thank you, Dr. Aisha. Please visit the link. Yeah, excellent. That's very good. Can students study system? I can't see apply system or something. I cannot see I cannot read does US provide scholarships? As I think I answered that question already. If we are in Palestine, can we get the visa to UAE? Of course, you can get the visa to UAE. What you have to do, you have to first apply. This is somebody watching us from Palestine. Hayakum Allah. Yes, you can apply. Once you're accepted, the admissions department will issue you a letter to get your visa, and definitely you will be able to get your visa and come study at the University of Sharjah. The University of Sharjah, as I said, it has over 100 nationalities from around the world, and all they come study here from the GCC, from the Indian subcontinent, Europe, North Africa, the African countries, from all over the world, from the Arab world and more. Okay. More questions? What else here? Okay, Palestine, I answered that question. What are the requirements if I am applying? I think for this is good, the admission requirements. For the admission requirements, I see Aisha, Dr. Aisha already gave you, wrote down the link for the admissions department. Please visit this link downstairs, it's in the chat. And please visit that to know the requirements, the admission requirements for each program. I should mention here that it varies from one program to another. Some programs, the minimum is 70 in your high school certificates or its equivalency, and some programs at 80, and some programs are based on competitiveness. So even, let's say, for example, medicine, we take the top, sometimes 150 students, top in terms of their high school grades. So please visit the link provided by Aisha, Dr. Aisha here, to see the admission requirements for each program. And also the admission documents, because there are documents that you need to submit, the equivalency, muadala, your certificates, your high school certificates, grade 11, grade 12, 10, 11 and 10, your visa, if you have visa, your personal documents. You need also to do the medical and so forth. So there are certain, of course, pictures. So all of these, please visit the link submitted down in the chat. Dear students, Mashal, this is Mashal, below the video, clear, IB curriculum, Shahid al-Baytar, is there any, is there the list of university prices? Oh yeah, that's of course. Every program, when you go to the link that was listed here by our colleagues in the chat, you will see that every program, you will have the requirements, the admission requirements, and also you will see that all the documents needed. And in addition, you will see the fees, the tuition fees. So what are the tuition fees? And again, the tuition fees are based on the program. I should also mention, I forgot to mention that in sciences, in basic sciences, especially applied physics, and I think chemistry and math, the first semester, we give 50% tuition discount. This is from Sahib Samu Allah Yahfadha, as a discount to encourage people to, or to encourage students to study basic sciences. Now, if you maintain a certain percentage in your certain GPA, that will continue. However, if you don't, then you will get it for the first semester only. So please, that's something that you should also, sorry, I forgot to mention that. Okay, dear students, please, that's one of my colleagues. Okay, greetings. Psychology is offered in Arabic in many universities, and it has more government job opportunities. What about the non-national students? What is the scope of the study of the psychology in Arabic? Again, please visit the link for the psychology department. There are in the arts and humanities, the College of Arts and Humanities, we have a whole range of programs. Some of them are in Arabic and some of them are in English. So definitely the Arabic language and sociology and so forth. And we also have the English language, the English languages in general. So English language as a department. And also we have international relations, so something العلاقات الدولية and so forth. So there are a whole variety of programs in the arts and humanities. Okay, thank you. Colleagues are giving you all the links that you need. I see in the chat. Please check the chat. My colleagues are giving you the links that you need for all of these questions that I'm mentioning, or I'm referring to, the links that I'm referring to. Somebody is asking about non-national students do not get into government jobs. That's, you know, that's really something that outside my scope, but definitely if you qualify, you will get it. If you qualify for a job, definitely you will get it. Do you take, of course we take IGCSE. Definitely we do that. And if Aisha, if you don't mind, Noura is asking about the IGCSE, if you can provide her with the link. People who asked about the fees, Mahmoud Hussein is giving you the link. Thank you, Mahmoud. Okay, so what else? What else? Questions, dear students, please watch the video. I talked about that. What do you think about the job opportunities for chemical engineering? The job market in the UAE is very good. Chemical engineering, specifically chemical engineering now with the renewable energies and a lot of the industries that are, you know, established across the UAE, chemical engineering jobs are there. There are very good opportunities in chemical engineering. It's a very good topic. It's a very good program. I encourage you to go there, to go for it. And remember what I said. I mean, I can repeat this again. University of Sharjah allows students to, let's say, take let's say, select another program. So if you start, for example, in engineering, usually the first year, it's a general courses. You take all the general courses, And after that, after you finish all the general courses, then you go into it. So if you, for example, you started with engineering management, and then, you know, after 1 or 2 semesters, you said, no, I want to go to civil, or no, I wanted to go to computing informatics or computer science, or some even, that's allowed. In the University of Sharjah, you're allowed to change your program after you can, you know, after you take a few courses. And this is done through the registration department. They can provide you with the information on to transfer from one program to another. Is there a list of university major prices? Yes. Mahmoud Hussein gave you the list, gave you the link for the programs. So if you go to the admissions department and the main University of Sharjah website, which is www.sharjah.ac.ae, if you go there and you click on admissions, admission department, then you will see underneath it, you will see all the programs, the disciplines, the colleges, the fees, everything. It's a very, very well laid out web page that provides you with all the information you need. Okay, dear students, that's fine. Somebody is asking greeting. Okay. Aisha just gave you, Dr. Aisha just gave you the GCSE link. It's there, please. البرامج المطروحة بالجامعة. Mahmoud gave you that. شكرا زملاء. This is very very nice of you. Immediately providing students with all the links to the different questions that I just mentioned. What else? There. Okay, non-national students. Okay, we do not distinguish between national and non-national students. Our students are all treated the same at the University of Sharjah, and it's equal opportunity for everyone. And alhamdulillah, as I said, we have over 100 nationalities in the University of Sharjah, and it's considered one of the most nationalities, I think, even across the world, the university with the most nationalities across the world. One of the things that, since I just want to take 2 minutes to talk about this, is that the other, you know, let's say non-academic programs are in the University of Sharjah, because when you come to university, you're not coming to only to study. I mean, you're definitely coming to enjoy your life at the university, enjoy your, you know, enjoy the experience at the University of Sharjah. And the University of Sharjah is a very, very nice campus. In fact, our visitors who come from outside the UAE, when they come here, they look at it and they say, wow, this is just like a resort. Something that is very, very important. And so this is something that it's a very, very nice campus. We have a very good sports facilities. In fact, Olympic size pool, and we have a very nice stadium, soccer stadium. We have very, very nice food courts now. There will be opening very soon for the men and the female. Very nice state-of-the-art food courts. We also have libraries. I think we have about 5 libraries on campus, which allow you to study, you know, all various types of, you know, support, online support, and to support your study, be it in space, you know, study space or otherwise. Also, the University of Sharjah has many, many other, you know, support services. Of course, the registration department helps you with your study, you know, making sure that your registration, you follow your study plan. The admissions department also follows your progress, or at least follows the admission process for you. The dorms, I forgot about the dorms. The dorms, or Sakan al-Jami'i, it is something that is, the University of Sharjah is very unique. It's considered like, people like it's described as a 5-star hotel, where all the services are provided in the dorm. You have the opportunity to, you know, have one single occupancy or double occupancy there. So this is, all of these things are available, services, what we call them support services. We also have the deanships, the student deanship, male student deanship, and female student deanship, where you will get to do a whole host of activities. If, let's say, if you're into painting, if you are into Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, if you are into film, if you are into al-masrah, theater activities, all of these things are available in the male student deanship and female student deanship. The campus is very hospitable, very friendly. It's very spacious, mashallah, state-of-the-art labs, educational labs, and research labs. So that's something that the University of Sharjah is considered to be one of the best universities in the region. Okay, what else? What else? Okay, so I guess I answered most of the questions. I have about 5 or 6 minutes. I talked about the GCSE, IGCSE. I talked about the programs in Arabic. So again, I mean, I just wanted to take this opportunity again to talk about some of the strategies the University of Sharjah, or the strategic, the strategy for the university for the upcoming years. We have taken the strategy to focus, our University of Sharjah strategy to focus on students. We would like to make sure that the student, when they come in when they start their journey at the admissions department until they leave in the graduation department and the documents and graduation office, and beyond that, even after that, the University of Sharjah, we have what's so-called the alumni office, where even after you graduate, the University of Sharjah would like to continue communicating with you, continuing to be in touch with you, engage with you. Sometimes even after you graduate, you get to be to work at the university as an advisor to the university, to link whatever you're working with, network with the university. So that's something that Rabitat al-Kharrijin, we call it Rabitat al-Kharrijin, and in fact we have an annual event, a meeting. It's chaired by His Highness Sheikh Allah Yahfadh Sheikh Dr. Sultan bin Muhammad Al-Qasimi. He actually chairs this committee, this meeting, this annual meeting here. So that's something that it's very the University of Sharjah really looks after its graduates, and also it looks after its students from the minute they walk into the university until they graduate. The University of Sharjah also provides you with student advising. Student advising is something that we take very good care of. We pay a lot of attention to. The student every student that comes into the university, as soon as they are accepted and registered, they are assigned an academic advisor. That academic advisor, that is usually a senior instructor, one of the instructors who's senior instructor, where his job is to provide the student with academic advice on how to go about in her or his study plan. What to take first in the first semester, what do you take in the second semester? Let's say if you're struggling, what to do to recover. If you need to, let's say, take another course from another department, what you should do. That person is very important. The University of Sharjah pays a lot of attention to academic advising. We provide one-on-one academic advising to all of our students. In fact, those of you who are familiar with the performance KPIs, our performance KPIs at the university as staff is linked to that. How good are we in academic advising? How good are we in providing service to the students? How good are we, communicating with our students? So it's very important that, to know that students are at the focus of everything we do. Our Chancellor, His Excellency, Ustad Dr. Professor Hamid Al-Naimi, always instructs us, always emphasizes on us that we have to make sure that we take care of our students. He always tells us that these students, University of Sharjah students, are our children. It's just like our children, at home, and we have to take care of them. We have to make sure that their studies is well taken care of. And this is what the University of Sharjah is like. The University of Sharjah is like a big family. It's just like, okay, so again, I think let me just okay. Are there questions about medicine? Somebody is asking about medicine. Just one more question. Well, I still have time to answer a few questions. So question is asking, why do medicine programs are 6 years, one foundation and 5 years? This is what the program is accredited like. And this is one of the top programs in the country. Our program is structured this way. It's structured that you start with the foundation year, where you take all your general sciences, biology 1, biology 2, chemistry 1, chemistry 2, biochemistry 1, biochemistry 2, with medical physics, and also medical English, and of course the university electives, Arabic and English, and Islamic culture, introduction to IT. These are all in the foundation year. And after that, you transfer, after you, there is a competition at the end where you transfer to first year, let's say if you're in medicine or in dentistry, and then you excel there, inshallah. And this is proven to be, for your information, proven to be a very, very successful approach for, especially in medicine and dentistry. Our students, when they get to dentistry or when you go into medicine, we have a very high retention rate. That means all of our students graduate. Why? Because they are well prepared in the early years, especially in the foundation year. This is something that we are very proud of. And as I said, our students are successful around the world. Okay, I heard that the students which score 98.6% and above last year are the only students secured. No, not necessarily, no. It's based on competition. So based on how many students we have and how many seats we have. So it's not, the number 96 or 98. No, that's not necessarily right. We take the top students. So in medicine and in dentistry, we take the top 150, 160 in medicine and 120 or so. I'm not very accurate, very sure about the numbers, 116, 120 in dentistry. How many years is taken in dentistry? It depends. I mean, definitely it's 1 and 5 and 1. So 1 is the foundation year, 5 is dentistry, and then you have what's so-called Sanat al-Imtiyaz, or the internship or the training, the last one. Thank you, US staff, and thank you, Dr. Hussein. You're more than welcome, Noloy. Thank you very much. There are a number of thank you messages. Jazakumullah khair. Thank you. It's our pleasure to talk to you. It's our pleasure to always talk to students. Nadia Farahat. Thank you, Dr. Nadia. I see Dr. Nadia Farahat is our enrollment office director. Thank you, Dr. Nadia. What else? Okay. Nora, how many years in medicine? We did that. Okay, there are, okay. Any more questions, please? If there are any more questions, I am, myself and my colleagues are still here on the chat. This was very informative. We're more than welcome. Very, no problem, our pleasure. We will be continuing here, myself. I see Dr. Nadia, I see Dr. Aisha, I see Mahmoud, I see colleagues from the admissions department. We will be continuing on the chat. If you have any more questions, please just ask us. And you see my email on the screen here. That's my email. I'm the Dean of Academic Support Services if you need to contact me. And I will kindly ask Aisha to write your the admissions email on the chat, please, Aisha. If you can write the admissions department and your email as well. Aisha, Mahmoud also, Nadia, Dr. Nadia, if you can write your email so that students get the chance to contact you should they have any questions for us about admissions, about the university, about the scholarships, about academic discounts, about anything related to about the university life. How is it to be at the University of Sharjah? We've heard very good comments from students about their experience at the University of Sharjah. Please announce that they will have a webinar by the Director of Admissions. Yeah, when is this, Dr. Nadia? When is this? When is Aisha's seminar? When is Aisha's webinar? So guys, before you leave, there is a webinar by Dr. Aisha Bukhater. She will be given a webinar as soon as I see. I think it's tomorrow, I would assume. Yeah, the link is there for the webinar. And okay, the admissions email is also in the chat. And Aisha, when is your webinar? When is your webinar, Aisha? Because people are asking about when is the admissions director. July 2nd? No, July 2nd for, that's the website. Okay, so July 2nd, Aisha Bukhater will have a webinar. She is the Director of Admissions. She will have very, very precise answers to all of your questions. Okay, yeah, it is July 2nd. Thank you very much. Yeah. And Majid is with us here as well. Hayakallah, Majid is one of our colleagues at the admissions department. So you have, please announce that we'll have a webinar by the director in July. Yeah, so July 2nd, we will have another webinar by the admissions director, Aisha Bukhater. She will have a more detailed, let's say, information about the admissions, about the criteria, about everything you need. Aisha, inshallah, will be on July 2nd. And there will be more announcements, details coming to you on various, social media outlets, in Instagram, in everything. It will be there, inshallah. Okay. Will the webinar will be on Zoom. Somebody is asking about the webinar will be on Zoom, Dr. Nadia. Same thing, same as this webinar, it will be on Zoom. Students are asking if the webinar is on MS Teams. So I think it will be on Zoom if we're doing same thing. Okay. I think the time of the actual webinar is almost over, and I would like to thank. Yeah, it will be on Univer. So it will be on the same website, and there will be announced that there will be a webinar by the Director of Admission Departments in July. So in July, there is a webinar. It will be on Univer, the same. Okay, so they're asking me to conclude the session. So I would like to thank everyone who attended the session, the webinar here. We welcome your suggestions, your questions, your inquiries, anything you have. You have all of our emails. Please do not hesitate to contact us. I thank everyone for attending. Thank you so very much, and we wish you the best, and we wish you a successful journey after high school, and we look forward to seeing you at the University of Sharjah. Every one of us is looking forward to seeing every one of you coming to the University of Sharjah, studying in the various programs. Any program, as I said, it's a very, very wide selection of programs that you can select from, and you will always have the chance to reconsider your choice after you start. Thank you very much. On behalf of my colleagues, Dr. Nadia, Dr. Aisha, Mayed, Mahmoud, Masha'al, I would like to thank all of you, and we look forward to